Good morning, everyone. Welcome into North Dakota today. As we get ready to celebrate this Independence Day, we're going to meet the soldier next door. Many don't know the Army ranks have evolved to represent all cultural backgrounds, experiences, and passions that reflect those who we are as Americans. Joining us this morning to tell us more about the Army today and his own path to service is Major Shaheen Uddin, a Bangladesh native, Army Public Affairs Officer, and father of 12. Wow, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Of course, thank you for your service and thank you so much for joining us. If you want to just get into your journey and your path to service, take the floor.
Absolutely. So I immigrated from Bangladesh in 1996 at the age of 12, and I entered the American education system. And then in high school, I participated in junior ROTC. And then later on in college, I participated in ROTC. And while in ROTC, I joined the United States Army Reserve to help pay for my college education. And then at the end of my college education in 2008, I graduated and commissioned into the Army as an active duty officer. And that's where my journey began as an Army officer in 2008.
Wow. So during your time while in the service, what do you think would surprise some of our listeners and viewers about who serves in the U.S. Army today?
Yeah, so I think many people would be surprised to know that the Army reflects the population that it serves. Well, as we all know, America is a melting pot, right? So our formation, our Army formation reflects that. I mean, we have soldiers that come from all walks of life, different ethnicities, creed, culture, you name it. Matter of fact, in 2022, about 48% of the Army's targeted recruiting audiences came from multicultural background. So that is really telling, and that's really important to us because those different experiences, life experiences and diversity in thought is what makes us the most powerful military in the world.
Wow. So what would you say are some of the misconceptions that civilians like me and maybe some of our viewers might have about soldiers and just the overall life in the military?
So I think when people think about the Army, they very quickly think about combat. But what they don't understand or don't know is that the Army soldiers are applying their passions and skills at over 200 different career fields. I mean, we have scientists, we have medics, we have a cyber specialist, culinary specialist, engineers, pilots, and the list goes on and on. There are tremendous benefits to serving in the military. I know, I'm a father of 12 children, as you mentioned. Benefits like pension plan, home buying benefits, 30 days of paid leave and parental leave, etc. And it goes on and on. So whether you're looking for, or you're a high school graduate, you're indecisive on what to do, or you're looking for a rewarding career, continue your education, starting a family, travel the world, I can't think of a better place to do it. And that's exactly why I ended up doing it. And I have been all around the world and all around the United States.
Wow, so a lot of futuristic thinking. How would you say that the Army is modernizing their changes to support the needs of a new budding generation?
So the Army's number one priority is people, and I think that's really important because the Army continues to evolve to meet the needs of today's modern soldier. One of the programs that we have in place is Future Soldier Preparatory Course. This allows individuals that have the desire to serve but may not be physically able yet, or their academic performance is not quite there yet. This program allows them to enhance those two areas and be able to join the ranks afterwards. We also have a new Army directives for parenthood, pregnancy, and postpartum, allowing service members to spend significant amount of time with their newborn children and then going back to the workforce. And this is really neat because this is supporting the soldiers and their families. It's not about just me and my uniform. It's also about my bride and the 12 children, you know, and that's what the Army does a fantastic job of doing. And one last thing that's probably very attractive to newer generation, the Army has a new grooming, appearance, and tattoo standards. This allows our service members to bring in their uniqueness to the Army, where they come and they bring their and able to express themselves and bring that to the Army. We don't want you to leave behind who you are when you join the Army. We want you to bring it to the table because that's what makes us the greatest Army in the world.
So where can folks go to find any information for those who are at home and curious?
So for more information how you can be all you can be in the Army, visit goarmy.com or talk to a local recruiter.
Wow, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Major Shaheen Uddin. We really appreciate your time and your service.
Thank you so much for your support, man.
Well, he called me ma'am, everybody. So official. I love that. All righty, coming up on today's show, we are seeing what fun things West Fargo has in store for events this summer. That's right here after the break.